right, and we should be live. Why is this tripping? Why is this tripping all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? Okay, we are live. We are live. We are live. We are indeed live. And in effect, let's get it. We are back here on Prank Central. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, to the weekly repertoire. We are back in business. It hasn't been as big of a break, but we're here. We're here with things to do. We have a docket. What's Jerry? Listen, it's been a minute. What's good, Jerry? Jerry. Jesus Christ, I see you. What's it called? How long has it been? Has it been 2 weeks? Has it been 2 weeks or has it been a week? Let me see. Let me look at the channel. I'm looking at the channel. My bad. I just ate some buffalo wings. Oh, that's been 2 weeks. Okay. Fair. It has been. It's been 2 weeks since we caught up to Mary. But look, it's the off season, right? I got content. Not as much content, but I got content. We got content. We here for a reason. I think this is their second best arranger of the year. I don't think this is their second best song of the year that they played, because this shit does not sound the best. But this is the 2024 playlist. I am going to put it in the chat right now. So if anyone is curious as to what I think not only the top bands are, but their top songs, or you just want a collection of some of the top songs from this year, if videographers haven't done it already, I'll do it. It's here. It is the ultimate fall 2024 playlist featuring, I think, I want to say my top 12.
Roman Coates, a general studies sociology major from New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans,
Kendrick Titus, music performance major from Houston, Texas.
Top 14 bands.
Norman,
and they have the songs, and they have songs in there according to how good I think they are. What y'all been up to, man? What y'all been up to? Just to give everyone a look into what we got planned for today. And actually, it's not. I don't want to hear the same band twice. I don't want to hear the same band twice. Tricia's fun. What's it called? First off, shout out to the boys. Shout out to Shoutout. Shout out to Adro and the Yes, I am. Hopefully I'm louder. Ah, Jesus. Hopefully I'm louder now. But did you go back and see? By a long shot? Yeah, that's why I was just adjusting it a little bit. Did you go back and see the reaction that we did, or the snippet that we did of y'all's performance at the Bayou Bowl? Now, we did skip all the other bands. just skip all the other ones. But I want to make sure that you saw that because it is in there after I added the chapter notes to last stream. And don't worry, actual videos will be back on the channel soon. I have 2 videos offline recorded, and then we're gonna get a recording on stream today. That's gonna be a video as well. So don't worry, the edited things will be back on the channel very soon, and exclusive videos that aren't just shot on stream. But let me give y'all a sneak peek at what we got. I didn't on the last live. Well, it's on the last live. We did end up getting to it. I think we left by the time we got to it, sadly. But it is there. Jesus, back-to-back 5-hour streams. Yeah, I had things to catch up to. Oh yeah, I didn't do the rest of the. I mean, it really is just this, and then we were scrolling on YouTube and talking. But it's right here. Almost 4 hours into the stream, but it's here. Whenever you want to get the feedback for that. What's it called? About 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. Skipped everybody else. But for today's docket, we have a few things. No, I have not watched these. I clicked into this to get screenshots for the thumbnail. My fault, that was the old thumbnail for a minute. I'm horrible when it comes to that because I reused the settings, but like, you know, I changed the description and the thumbnail. What's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream. We are back. But just to give preview of what we got today, we have these 2 battles, right? As well as a what if battle. Yes, we have a live what if battle today. Now, there is also an offline what if battle that is coming up very, very soon. It's already recorded. I will not. Well, it's a what if summer battle. That's all I'll say. It's a what if summer battle, right? But I won't tell you the idea behind it. If you super pay attention to my playlist whenever I come here, you could probably tell what it is. But today's what if battle is going to be actually one that someone in the chat suggested, and not one that I already had pre in my head loaded. Old Southern versus New Southern. And by Old Southern, we are doing a decade. We are doing a decade ago versus today. So, if you're wondering what year that is 2014. We're doing 2014 Southern versus 2024 Southern today. So we technically have 3 battles. We have Virginia Union versus Hampton. We're going to get to that what if battle, and then we're going to get to this 4-way, massive 4-way. We're going to skip the first Craigmont battle that's happened this spring. That, and I started doing the water bottle thing you told me about, and I can definitely tell the difference already. Perfect. Yes. I meant to check up on you with that, but I don't know if you saw, but I've deactivated my Instagram. Just going through some stuff. Bro, that's not fair. Bro, what y'all doing? Old Southern versus Valley? That's not fair. That's not fair. You wish death on Valley. You're a bad person. You're a bad person, Kimball. Or Dallas. You're a bad person. You're a bad person. What's it called? But yes, Chris, I meant to get back to you on that to check up on your progress, but I'm glad that you're already telling a difference. For any and all tuba players out there, or just lower brass players, to be honest with you, I don't know if it works for upper brass as well. I'm sure it does, but I can only speak to what I have developed, and what I would consider myself good at. I shout out to Chris, gave him the water bottle method, right? If you've never used the water bottle method, trying to Old Valley versus New Valley, I'd have to do the decade thing for Valley too, because the last time Valley was comparable to that, so it was like 2013, right? Water bottle method, or just the jug method, right? Just crunching it up, trying to teach yourself how to breathe from your diaphragm, right? How to retrace your breathing from breathing from the chest down lower. Also, while developing just your air reserve, right? Just taking deeper breaths or taking deeper breaths in a shorter amount of time, right? So retraining where you're breathing by placing your hand on your stomach. I think I also either talked to Jose about this or somebody else on Instagram about this a while ago as well. Going in the mirror, placing your hand on your stomach, buzzing on your mouthpiece, or just breathing in general and just trying to purposefully inflate your stomach as low as a breath as you possibly can without raising your shoulders, moving anything else, and just trying to take in as deep a breath as possible, fill up, and then blow out. The way that the water bottle, or any bottle, because honestly, we did it with milk jugs my freshman year. I want to do it with these past freshmen too, next year. Or this summer. Not this summer, next year. What's it called? Crush up a bottle, crush up a carton, right? Do that and fill that shit up. One thing I can say, I am definitely sore because we were marching and playing nonstop for 2 hours and then working on music and other stuff. Yeah, it's definitely it's a off season ass thing to do because, you know, trying to do that and then go, you know, you still got battles. You know, I know y'all going to Atlanta. Is that this weekend or next weekend? Or is it towards the end of the month? Because I was trying to remember when that was so I could schedule out streams and content. But I know y'all going to Atlanta. I know y'all still preparing for stuff. So don't get too deep into the... I'm glad that you're seeing results. But definitely as you are starting to feel sore, find a consistent, you know, thing that you could do to where you're exercising it. Like, you know, you're doing it. You're training. You're retraining yourself. But it's not like taking everything out of you because you still do have to play. I will say that was the thing that we did the 26 and 27. There are two that y'all are doing. Okay, bet. But if I'm not mistaken, that was something that we mostly did during, like, at the very least, like a week where we didn't have practice. Because I'll be honest, my freshman year, we didn't have no off time until after April. Yeah, because we played at the Final Four. So we were doing performances, and even during the Final Four, the band was split because we had the Final Four, and another part of the band had to do something else. So we were slaves freshman year. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah. So for any low brass or brass players out there, that's a method. What's good, y'all? We back. We'll get one more freshman year. You were at Westbury. Oh yeah, freshman year high school. Yeah, but I'm talking about freshman year here at TSU. We were slaves. Freshman year at Westbury. You know, we weren't slaves, but we had a lot of shit to do. Not as much as I think they did, like, what would have been my junior and senior year. Or, like, what was, like, Mike's, you know, junior, senior year. But, we were busy. Every year's busy at Westbury. So, we don't want to hear Valley again. Let's get a new band. Jackson, I suppose. No, we listen to too much Jackson. We have to defeat the Jackson dick riding. Are you reacting to the rock session? That's another offline video. It's gonna come out late, but that's gonna be the next offline video that I record. That I post. It's already recorded. We might react to something else from Jackson. Actually, we'll give MCAT some love. The first thing that I want to get to after we are done with this last jam section, Slaves is Wild. Look, man. Hey. Okay. I'm saying it how it is. Old Jackson versus New Alcorn. I would do that if, what's it called? I'm gonna write that down. I want to see Alcorn, because I think that this year is the beginning of Alcorn's news. I wouldn't say that 23. I would say that 23 Alcorn was considerably worse than 2024 Alcorn. So I'll do that when like all comes 2 years that I can select from. Because even this year, it wasn't as consistent as I wanted it to be for verses. Or there aren't enough songs in my mind. In my mind, I want to be able to think of 7 songs from the year to do verses. And no cap for 24 Southern, I was pushing. But y'all will see that. Y'all will see that. That'll be the second battle that we do. Old Dega versus Valley. Let me ask, would y'all rather see Old Dega versus Valley? Or would you rather see just like me take their best songs in the past like 3 since Bonds has left and since Bonds has been at Valley? Which would y'all rather see? I don't know if there's a clip of my school with Coco Jones where we can add it. Tenn St State. Oh, y'all did ICU? Make it a little louder. Oh, you saying to me? Yeah, the volume. I'm trying to find the right mix of the volume because I don't know why, but like my mic volume went crazy a while ago. But let me. Hopefully that's a good mix right here, the way that it is right now. You rather Old Dega versus Present Valley? Okay. Them mellows! Don't sleep on NCAT mellows. NCAT mellows, they got that phrasing shit and they got range. I think NCAT finds the good mix between, you know, square traditionalism in some of their arrangements. Some would say Miak sounding. That's not fair either. Old Dega versus Current Valley. I think what I'll do is, actually no, I can't do that. Valley plays enough games, and actually Dega don't even got a football team. So whatever year I pick for Dega, that's gonna be like all the songs they played in a year. So shit, hey, that's as fair as it's fucking getting. I'm not gonna lie for them niggas. Hey, it don't matter what we do. We just got to do it for Valley. We just got to do it for Valley. I was trying to look for the Tennessee State clip. I thought it was recent. Or maybe I'm just blind. Maybe I'm just blind. Or is this something that you have to send to me? Bro must hate Valley. But I don't hate Valley. But I'm saying like people saying like this is unfair, that's unfair. Valley in the swag. Valley play games. Valley do fifths. They do them. Maybe marching band is throwing it off. But shout out to this. 337 versus Valley would be tough on mute. Y'all tripping. It might still be on Instagram. Okay, let me see. I do have my burner Instagram. I do indeed have my burner Instagram. Where for some reason people are finding me. Why? Oh, they're bots. Okay, fine. Tennessee. What are y'all? ALB? Aristocrats of bands? Alright, we're testing my spelling. Hold on. Aristocrats of bands. Is this looks like an old page. Yeah, this is an old page. Okay. I know y'all got TSU somewhere because y'all be trying to rep that shit like it really means something. Oh, there we go. Verified logo. Shit. They gonna need a football team for the band. They getting it soon. Nah, not you, Dallas. He trying to put Valley versus the whole world. Nah, right now, I'll be honest with y'all. What I had was, let me show it. I had a playlist of, where is it? Yeah, what if Dega Valley? I had 23, the 23-24 year, Dega Valley, and I was gonna update it to include 24 season as well. But because to be honest with you, for that first year, I think they're the same level of band, like, or at the very least a similar level of band. Like I genuinely believe that. 23, I think they're a similar level of band. Like Dega still had like them niggas. PV versus Valley would be decent, I think. BCU versus Valley. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to hear Ball and Parlay followed by a 1990s Southern arrangement. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. BCU versus NCAT. I'd have to. That's the thing about some of these bands. I'll have to do my I don't know if you said this already, but you reacting to ASU Band-Aid from this past weekend. I'm gonna save the Band-Aid clips for to do it all in one. So I know our spring game, Texas Southern spring game, is next week. I have to sign in. Okay, fine. I will sign in off screen. Haha. But I'm gonna do them all in one. So we'll do them next stream. Next stream will be after, at the very least, TSU's Band-Aid. I believe it'll also be after Alcorn's, as well as hopefully somebody else's. Hopefully, God willing. Because I'm not just trying to wait for TSU, but I know like a lot of them like end up having them like on the same weekend. Yeah, I want to do more than just Bama States, you know, because I kind of want to do like a versus. I'm gonna join back in a minute. I'm gonna go see what you said about the Bayou Bowl. Yeah, go ahead. While I'm trying to get this Tennessee State clip, and actually, let me just let another video play in the background while I sign in, because I have to remember what email I made this burner on.
Choosing where to complete your degree starts
Oh my God,
with
it's
three
a
things.
fucking
The right
ad.
degree,
Of course,
the right
my
location,
luck.
and a price you can
My
afford.
luck.
Build a higher
Oh
career
shit!
and
Another
future you
good.
want.
We'll get a Tennessee State
Texas
song
A&M Relish,
before we
a
get
new
to
way
the
to build your
shit.
world.
Okay. Password. Don't save. Is that the password? I hope that's the password. JSU this week. Okay, so yeah, we'll have more. We'll have multiple this week. All right, here we go. Yeah, fuck that. All right, Coco Jones. Oh, and it was ICU. Yeah. Let's see. I love this arrangement. It's on the... Okay, y'all done jazzed up that arrangement a little bit. Oh, dang. I need the full thing, man. It's on... Man, it's on y'all... Oh, this is y'all Instagram page. Damn, I want the full thing. That's the same clip. It starts at the same spot. Man, I want the full thing. I know you said SS is on y'all YouTube page. Let me see. Oh, you're saying the original song, like when y'all played it? Yeah, in 23. Yeah, I have it in. Funny enough, oops, I have it in. Go through the story. Click on one of the reels. Okay, I'll go back through it. We all over the place. Okay, yeah, this is more than 2 minutes long. Cool. There we go. Why couldn't y'all sound like this during the season, damn it? Y'all would have taken the NCAT spot from me. Because last year I had Tennessee State in my top 5. Beautiful woman. She came to my school earlier this semester. Some non-band shit. Actually, no, that was last semester.
That was so beautiful. I'm literally so emotional. Wow, y'all did that. Thank you so much for learning my song and making it so huge. I'm really, really happy that y'all are inspired by it. And thank y'all for supporting me, you know, in my music. And I will continue to give you guys, you know, everything that I got. That is just so beautiful. And so thank you guys so much for doing that. You killed that. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all.
One thing about artists, right, that I'm always curious about. I've had first off, shout out to round of applause for Tennessee State, right? Amazing arrangement, amazing program, right? To be able to learn that in 2 days, relearn it 2 days, you know. What's it called? One thing I've always wondered about artists, and I've also had the pleasure of like accompanying different artists or whatnot. Not to that level, not to Coco Jones's level, arguably. But also not like, you know, just playing the song for them. But one thing I always wonder when it comes to them is that like I've heard this opinion from someone who isn't in the band like at all. Like they're not a band head in the slightest. They don't listen to HBCU bands. Low key, they're like, fuck that shit when it's on recording, right? I wonder what part, because like, you know, artists are just like any creative in a solo field, right? Very protectionate about their art, right? And granted, what we do is covers. What bands do are covers. And, you know, no one's going to get mad at a cover the same way that most artists aren't going to get mad at a remix request or a sample request, right? Might ask for money, but they're not going to be mad, you know? But I do wonder how they feel with some of the creative liberties taken with the art, with the music. with different inversions thrown in there, with different voicings thrown in there. Of course, you know, I'm sure there's a level of course, respect and honor that, you know, she expressed, the artist showcase, etc. But I do wonder how many artists like hear a band play their song and they're like when Travis did that 4x4 shit and he basically put out like the bounty, like everyone make a 4x4, right? Everyone will write 4x4 and play it and send it to me. I wonder like if he listened to like, and I'm just saying this just because we were talking about them, Valley. I wonder if he listened to Valley and like heard something in Valley and was like, oh, I don't like that shit. And no cap, I find it disrespectful. Like, I wonder if that ever happens. I wonder if like Kanye listened to Southern's, or like not Kanye. If like Dirk listened to Jackson's What Happened to Virgil and was like, why the fuck did they do that shit? like something that just like, I wonder how many times that happens. Just because I know that's a very prideful career, you know. This is a very like, for some artists, it's a very delicate like thing to like put their all into that music and then to hear it either covered or reinterpreted or whatever. I just wonder how many times that happens for an artist, especially with the increasing amount of exposure that the culture is getting and connection that they're getting to the industry. Tennessee State is multiple Grammy Award winning. Jackson, Super Bowl performance, among other performances. Southern's performed in Super Bowls, inaugurations. Texas Southern has been invited for different things and different performances, different events. Valley just did the inauguration. So like, it, you know, starting to get more exposure, and artists themselves are starting to do whatever. I feel like they don't, because I think they see a band and a real life producer, and like you said, you know, it's just a remix. And that's fair. But I know that happens for remixes. I know that happens for remixes where some artists, like, they do a remix and then like years later, they're like, oh yeah, I did that shit for money. That shit was booth. That shit was ass. That shit was low key. Like, if I cared about like that whatever, I'd find that disrespectful, you know? But shout out to Tennessee State and shout out to Coco Jones. She didn't have to show up. She chose to. So shout out to her. Shout out to even someone like Glorilla, who, you know, didn't really do shit, but she showed up to, what was that, Honda? I think that was Honda, right? This is going to be the first battle that we get into of the day. It is about an hour long, I believe. But I do think there's some fluff in here. I think there's some fluff in here. But let's get to it. Do I want to score this? Do I want to score this? I don't even think Hampton is on my power rankings. I don't even think Hampton's here. Yeah, Hampton's not here. Oh yeah, I put what I really want. I really wanted Tennessee State to be a little bit higher. This is a good battle. Please score this. Okay. All right, bet. I have not heard a single note from this. I literally put it on mute earlier and like was, because I just wanted to pull it up just to get the screenshots for the thumbnail. Virginia Union was putting about to ask, or you'll be intrigued. Okay, bet. Let me do this off screen. All right, I can close out Instagram, and then we can get out of here. Wait, what was here? Shit, I forgot what was here. Oh well. All right, let's get to it. The director brought an actual ham and was throwing it around. Yeah, we gotta see this. Isn't PJ here? From Stillman? Old Stillman director, 2019? Isn't he here? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping. I don't know if he's the head, but I swear I heard from someone that he was like on staff. Or maybe I misheard or misinterpreted. This is an hour long. This is a lot of rounds. Let me copy a long one. What was the last long battle? 22 versus 23. Yeah, that's about right. Did like 9 songs. No reason. Just did 9 songs. Virginia Union versus Hampton. Yes. Okay. Oh, he is the director of bands here. Okay. Shout out to PJ. Shout out to PJ. I don't know his last name. I just know him by PJ. So shout out to him. All right. I do it the score sheet on the side. I can put that over OBS. I don't need to see OBS. I know y'all. Y'all know me. We here. Everything's set up. All right. Let's get to this battle. Across the, just in general, I wish that they had a larger percussion section. Now, of course, here that wouldn't have done any good in this gym, but you know. Shout out Kelvin, he's still over there. Shout out. I'm back. We aren't bringing friends to Atlanta. We went with a new book, but you're funny, man. Oh yeah, look. I trust in what's it called? I trust in Wash Major faith to definitely supply y'all with that heat that y'all going to Nirvana's going through a massive rework. Good upper brass. Good old classic, good old classic. Is that Virginia Union's neck? Pause. They're going from drum corps to military swell. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're completely learning a new style, the people who were already there. Okay, fair. I could only imagine how that switch is going for them. I marched in a course, not in a course style band, in a course style band. So I could only imagine. I can only imagine. I think my camera just did something. I think my camera just froze. Hold on. All right, it should be back now. Cool. My bad. Tripped on the wire for a second. Got too comfortable. All right. Start off. Yeah. First off, I'm wondering, is that Virginia Union's neck? I'd be surprised because isn't like that's a new program or whatnot. 1.5 to start off with. Really solid showing from upper brass. It's neck. So, all right, but they jazzed it up quite a bit. What I'm saying, like, is that their like school's arrangement of it, or is that just something that he just, is that new or is that tradition? Where was this? Oh, D-Dub. Okay. Can't remember. Fair. It sounds solid though. They packing power. Once again, from my understanding, this is the transfer band of the year, so definitely a lot of grown man strength in this band, in this program. It should be all new arrangement for them. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, they UFOs are nice. Some of those trombone chords are being inverted really well. Alright, Hampton. Yeah, I do like their I am back for this time. It was not that time. This nigga Captain, you trying to save face. We know you got a bedtime, nigga. We know your young ass gotta be tucked in at 8:30. This sounds really strong as well. Alright, Tubas. Good shit, Trumpies. Okay, Hampton. Okay, Hampton. Okay, that's the end of that. You still don't got hair on you. It's cool. Okay, yeah, I was figuring they were playing on the same team. Yeah, they both play. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I can hear basically either. So they should have had a TUBA battle if they didn't. Yeah, I do want to see that actually. From what we heard from Hampton, I do want to give them a win. Okay, them trombones got some good bite on them. Good job sustaining. Virginia Union actually missing people. They averaged 13 to. Yeah, I was wondering where. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his fucking name. Damn, I'm blanking on his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. He's from Houston. I can barely hear you, by the way. Shit, is that overpowered? That gets another 1.5. I didn't like that opening. It should be slightly larger for the Wilberforce battle at the end of the month. All right, hopefully it's a bit, if not a lot, louder. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this so far. And I know what song this is too. Yeah. It might be also because we have a definitive version of Search and Rescue in our mind, of course, from last summer. But I'm trying to remember old boy name, and that's not the homie. I've met him like a few times, but he's like very known. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Fucking Dega, Valley, Sam Houston, y'all know who I'm fucking talking about. I'm just blanking on his name. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that search and rescue. 1. Ooh. Percussion too large for the venue. Yeah, it looks like it. UFOs slipped the fuck off that, but that shit was still powerful. I'm not gonna lie, niggas came out blowing up that shit. Oh my, these UFOs. Who's in this UFO section? Who's in this damn UFO section? Oh my god. I meant to say this earlier, but if you got any other tips to get better, I'll always appreciate you telling me. For sure, I'm gonna hit you up. What's it called? When I reactivate my Instagram, first person I text is gonna be you. Best believe, because there's more. You're right. There's more tips and tricks that what's it called? But I will wait until after y'all busy season is done, because y'all got some shit to do, and I'm not trying to kill you with the workouts. I might just pull up one day and just work with you. But they slipped off of that. It would have been a 2. It would have been a 2. Or should I not count that because they cut it off early? I don't think they're going to play it again. So I'll count it. 1.5. It would have been a 2. Everybody better write that shit in there. What the fuck? What the fuck are they playing? What the fuck is this split part? What the fuck is this? What is this? Oh, my shit peeking. My bad. What is this? What is this split part? Ew. Ew. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Even here is a little bit messier than it has to be. Yo, 4 UFOs can't bang out that part. Dugga-da-dum, dugga-da-dum, dugga-da-dugga-da-dum. Come on, bruh. Is that the split part? They're a band who features the tubas. They need to be featuring their trumpets. They got some dogs in that trumpet section. They played it in Honda, I think. Yeah, I didn't waste my time with that shit. No cap. I'm not gonna hold you. It don't do no justice. They're not executing it well like they did at Honda. Yeah. Come on, bruh. Look, I get attempts. Don't get me wrong. I understand attempts. You're not finna piss on me and tell me it's raining. You not. Honda was actually decent. Nigga, I can't imagine a world where that sounds decent. Even if it sounds well, never mind. Even if it sounds decent, like, why are you writing this? Why are you writing this? Y'all hear that upper brass? That upper brass is really fucking solid. Also, finish that out with a last note. Yeah. Yeah, them two was too poo for that shit to get anything better than a 1. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, this is how you arrange for this size band. The echo and reverb too strong. It is, but it's not gonna affect you too much if you doing what you fucking supposed to do. Good shit, trumpets. I hear y'all. That tuba section is some grown man. Not gonna lie, my arrangement killing. Your arrangement is killing this shit. No, your arrangement is killing this shit. For this band, the layering works. For this band, their instrumentation fits this arrangement very well, and level of play. I'm not sure you. Oh, I did miss your message earlier. And if you ever want to pull up, let me know. I'm always going to put it over. For sure. I'm gonna let you know when. Cause like this week and like next week are like the busiest weeks of the spring for me. Cause there's shit going on in my org and in my major, like every day. How many times have you switched barbers? Leave me alone. No, this shit is fucked up. I will say this shit is fucked up. We're not gonna pay too much attention to this, okay? Virginian trumpets got better. They damn did. Nah, that's crazy work. Hey, bruh. Leave me alone, okay? It's been a very long few weeks. 2 weeks. Me personally, I can't go for that. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, and this is the fluff. Okay, so to end that off, I guess to make it even, I won't count that song that Virginia Union cut off short last round. So I'll just put their shit from this round there. This gets a 2, in my opinion. So stands, yeah, y'all are right. Virginia Union kind of taxing that ass. Hampton just shot themselves in the face a couple times, to be honest with you. Virginia Union, yeah. They just showcase just a different level consistently of power, of strength, of balance, of writing. Hampton, stop the tuba features. Stop. And it's a gym. That matters too. I won't hold y'all too much. I understand it's a gym, so things are gonna bounce differently. Things are gonna sound differently than otherwise. I feel that, man. Whenever you got the free time, I understand you gotta handle it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna make it now. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, got some stuff to handle in the near future. But the distant future, we got it. Yeah, Virginia took that first part. It's gonna be a good season next season. Ooh, yes, yes, and that's one thing that I do hope to see for Virginia. I hope that these numbers don't go down because, at the very least, I know of the tuba section, right? I'm a tuba nigga, right? They're expecting 100+ freshmen at Virginia Union. Okay, I don't know about all that. I mean, if that's what they're expecting, that's what they're expecting. Now, in the same vein, I'm expecting $1 million, but I do hope to see these numbers increase. I know that as a tuba nigga, a lot of these niggas, and maybe not a lot, maybe like half these niggas are like year 5, year 6 transfers, right? The equivalent of if y'all watch college basketball, that Auburn team whose average age was 24 in the tournament. Shout out to them. But if they are able to get anywhere close to 100+ crab class, right? Or even a fucking 50-person crab class, that will do wonders for the instrumentation of this band. That will do wonders for the arrangements that they already have. Yeah, genuinely, clap it up. If like that's happening, that's happening. I know how hard it is to have 100 freshmen come in the door. Because niggas were in awe when it happened here at TSU. And it hasn't happened since. It hasn't happened since. As a nigga who came in 22, the only reason why we came 100 deep is because we had 100 seats to fill. Now, granted, you could probably say that Virginia Union has 100 seats to fill. Respect. I hope they have the infrastructure for it. I hope they have the uniforms ready for it. I hope they have the instruments for it. I hope they have the whatever for it. I just know that that's a lot to get. But if niggas can do it, do it. Do it. Go to Virginia. Go. The bands I'm wishing the best for next year. I hope to see Wilberforce come back next year. I listened to them a few times this year. They didn't sound too hot. Oh, Wilberforce comes back next year, full force, full fury. I hope. Y'all know we big Albany State fans over here, right? And then Virginia Union. Virginia Union is my third, I'd probably say mid-major program that I hope to see. I really hope to see grow off of the baseline they already have. And I hope that, potentially losing some of these people that I know are older transfers, I hope that doesn't affect the program too much, So, hey, that's good news. That's good news. But let's get to the floor rounds. Virginia Union, it's on you. Yeah, Dega too. I do hope Dega gets their numbers back. Oh shit. Good articulation trombones. And good support throughout mellows. Y'all switching. Yeah. Valley come back to Dega. I don't even want that. I want them to grow distinctly and differently and independently. Oh shit! Them mellows is doing that shit. Oh my god, those mellows. Do y'all hear them in this long counter melody support? Ooh. with them trombone chords and UFOs in that melody. Oh my god. Oh my god. I want to hear this whole section again. Tomas, I'm finna read that message in a second. This shit great. Oh my, no cap, no cap, no cap. Yo, that shit was amazing. That shit was amazing. Virginia Union has a cheat code. They're the different band in Virginia. And kids in Virginia would want to get out of the norm of Norfolk and Virginia State, however too expensive, and attend Virginia Union. And that's good, because that's actually, from my understanding, a very similar thing to also on top of bonds as to why Talladega was an alluring option in Alabama when he first got there. So if they can capitalize on that, especially with the Virginia scene, like, you know, growing and potentially making itself just seen a little bit more, take advantage of that. You know, take advantage of the fact that the university has its perks in itself. And now if there's a program that you are interested in, hey, go march. That shit was fucking hard. I want to get at a 2.5. Literally the only thing that song is missing, in my opinion, is like a like a climax. I can't think about if I've ever heard the song or not. Just listening to it, it just sounded amazing. But like a very big, either big opening type thing, big ending, whatever. Just really playing with the waves of intensity in that song, I think could have been done a little bit more. Not just dynamics, but like specifically like, okay, here's this more intricate, here's this whatever, you know, points of entropy, playing with the entropy within the song. 2.5. Yeah, that it's called Groove Line. Okay, bet. That shit was amazing. That shit was amazing. 2.5. Oh my god. Alright, I wanted to make sure I didn't play with the playback speed. Hampton, it's on you. Come on, Mellows. That was weak. That was weak, Mellows. And that was a layup for y'all. Oh, is this Espresso? Melody's getting covered up. I need a more dominant voice to also be on that melody, but also, yeah, the percussion effects are starting to take effect. The percussion and the gym effects. Yeah, Melody wasn't sitting on top of the band enough for that to really shine and showcase. 1.5. Yeah, they need to double B-tones with trumpets in there if you're gonna have that. But I will say, for how bright that they probably wanted that song to be, B-tones were probably cluttered with that. But at the very least, it would be heard more. Like, I don't. One, melody is the most important thing in writing. Melody is the most important thing in writing these songs. You can't let it fall underneath the band. I understand the acoustic issues of playing in a gym with a sizable percussion section comparative to the band. That's on the same level as the band, you know. In the stands, they were in the other section. Get it. Now they're right behind the band. You're right on the same level. I get it. I understand the complications with that. Gotta ride around it, gotta play around it. That's the rules. That's the rules. That's the way it goes. Let's get these likes up. I appreciate the 12 in the chat right now. I appreciate everyone who's tapping into the stream. Let's get these likes, man. The only way for more people to see this is to like up the streams, like up the videos. Once again, I appreciate everyone coming through. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. All right. Let's get back to Virginia Union. Round 2 on the... Oh, shit. That's a veteran tuba section to play that bass line, by the way. Ooh, good shit, UFOs. That's a interesting spot to give UFOs that fall, and for them to nail it the way that they are. Yeah, there's usually some shit that you give to like mellows, or you do give to UFOs, but the drop starts lower. So when you hear flutter, because you know UFO is a harsher sounding tone, so you're more likely to hear every single note with the UFO. So why would you give it to the heavier tone instrument for a fall like that? But they descend pretty well, good transition. Don't let the sound stop. Good shit, upper brass. Mellows, y'all, I hear y'all. Trumpets, I hear y'all. Trombones are giving... Ooh! The tonguing in it. Ooh! Good switch up, okay. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Yo, them niggas doing it. What the fuck? Yeah, they played the fucking remix. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. Yeah, another 2.5. Shit. Good effortless switch to that triplet run into the da 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 da, to not get tongue twisted either within that passage or to retongue that bottom note in that. Slight nitpick, drum major, you gotta switch up your conducting style to keep up. A little bit flat trumpet, but shit, 2.5. Damn. Damn. They riding in Virginia. They riding in Virginia. Okay. They giving me what Valley was supposed to when they were growing and becoming that. Thank you, yeah. If I say it, I'm gonna get in trouble. Let me stop. Niggas don't just blindly hate on me, bro. I hate how Hampton doesn't use they finna become a buffer version of Kentucky State in 22. Buffer and better because Brooks wasn't riding everything for Kentucky State in 22. He was their main arranger, but he wasn't riding everything. Everything that Virginia playing, it sounds great. It's written at the very least well. I love that ending. I love this ending. Why can't the rest of their songs sound like this? That sounded great. Those last like 6 measures. Look, you can cut out those last like 3 beats, but that should sound great. Why can't the rest of it sound like that? Y'all just got too many tubas for y'all good. No cap. That's really what it is. They got too many tubas. Y'all hear that breakdown? I love that percussion cutout breakdown. That shit, that's just cut it out. Or yeah, or you could just have that, move that up a bit. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, fuck it. 1.5. The ending save you. All right, Virginia Union. What you? Georgie Porgy. Shout out to Kelvin. He's now played 2 versions of this song. Good shit, trombones. Yeah, phrasing is on point. How'd they lead into that? My bad. I want to see how they led into that. Bend the pitch, okay. Oh, Mellows! Yes! I just don't like how slow it is. No glaze. I love when TC played this. Yeah, no, that was the coming out party freshman year. That shit, man. I really like that, because this is like, and I might go back and play our version to compare it a little bit, but like, this is controlled, but it is still showcasing a level of like complexity within the arrangement, within the layering, within the approach to how you're going to take and manipulate this part. And it's more than just the dynamics, you know, it's more than just getting soft and getting louder. Like, it's more than that. It's how he's manipulating those ascending passages, giving it to the trumpets, and having that build in to the crescendo. I still like our version more, don't get me wrong. We still have the better version because of the differentiation in intensity that it showcases, and we just have more to play with. Like, you know, I'll be honest, but yeah, partially because they're small, but also, you know, probably some of the development of some of the players. I'll be honest. What's it called? Or just approach. Not everything has to be as complex, you know, or has to be as intense, right? And so, you know, definitely went with a little bit slower of a BPM, maybe like 6 to 8 beats, 6 to 10 maybe, and took it there, and, you know, had a little bit more dynamic contrast, right? You know, you can get away with that because of some of the instrumentation difference, the size difference, whatever, and kept it within a box, but also like stretched it to the max of like some of the complexity that specifically those counter melodies were getting at. And a lot of that is just on voicing decisions. That was still great. I'm still gonna give it a 2.5. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, they sound fucking amazing. They're doing that. Actually, no, not a 2.5. I do think that there's some within the verses. When they were giving trombones those verses, I do think that the energy was lower than what they were attempting. And I think that's a direct thing on not only the play, but also the arranging in that part of the song. I do think that there's a little bit of call and response that you could have given to emphasize some of those transitions more in and out of the verses and whatnot. More so disagreements on writing, but it does affect the energy of the song in totality. While we're here, well, shit, shout out to, I don't know what school this is, but shout out to the Delta Sigma Theta. Georgie Porgy. I know exactly what clip is gonna pull up. Where is it? Yep. These clips on the field, PV 2022, these are some of the best like fan clips I've seen in years. Swag sweepers, nigga. Kiss the girl. That's what that tuba line is. That's how the song ends. That's hey, for anybody thinking about going to TSU, the tuba lines get busy. All right, for Pollard and for Simmons. Now, these last two crowd classes, they done got it easy because Simmons ain't been writing like that. I'll be honest with you. I think the main thing that he wrote my last year in the band was like pyramids. That was the main thing that he wrote. Them tuba lines get busy, nigga. Especially, oh shit, parade season. God fucking damn. Anywho. The difference is, I'll be honest. First off, we had a beast of a trumpet section this year, right? And Simmons, the way that Simmons writes a lot of times manipulating that entropy that I was talking about of like going from like low energy, low chaos to very high, like, okay, these sections are isolating or stacking on top of each other. For example, having trumpets with that isolated part. They have like 4 in this song, but what am I thinking about? Or I'll take this passage for example. Stack on top, layering. Low entropy, a little bit of a load up with trombones. And then you literally have the build up. Whoa, oh, just different harmonies. That rip acts as a cutoff for the rest of the band, and then you have this basically like build up progression into another period of isolation, and then you just need the section to nail it. That is infinitely that just approach to writing is infinitely gonna have a higher ceiling than staying in the box a little bit more. So that's the breakdown, at least in my opinion, as to why like Texas Southern's version sounds better than this version. But still, this version is worthy of like a 2.5. I just think some of my disagreements and some of the execution issues bring it down to a 2. Might have to go to PV with them easy ass tuba parts. Stupid ass. Stupid. But that's the thing. PV don't even be having well, they either have simple parts or like those like parts like Hampton was trying to get off with the stupid splits. That shit. Oh, don't get me started on PV. I don't want to think about PV until Labor Day. Okay, dancer feature. Good harmony, Mellows. I hate this song, and I know a high school with a better dance feature to it. Oh god, I think the Shaka Khan or something. It does sound like the Shaka Khan song. Funny enough, so bad. Give me a second to answer that question, Jose. There was a segment of this song that I thought sounded good, and then I heard the rest of it. God. I'm not going to give a 0.5, so it's either a 0 or a 1. But that section does exist that I like, so I guess I'll give it a 1. But shit, you're not making it good. Who? Are we halfway through the battle? No, not halfway. I mean, technically halfway. Yeah, we've been through 6 rounds. Little bit of a break to answer Jose's question. What's the hardest bass line that y'all got at TSU? I'll answer what's the hardest bass line that I played at TSU. You almost there for halfway? Okay, bet. But it's just to answer this question. I just need to see a few songs. Ooh, Carry On Wayward Son is up there. Wayward Son's up there. Lingus isn't really hard. I'll be honest with you. Lingus isn't that hard. Lingus is all about format. Once and also like I just recognize patterns in like in music and in parts that like it takes people a few times playing through it to get it. But I just recognize it a little bit faster than a lot of people. Yeah, not a lot of these songs are really hard, I'd say, except Wayward Son, I'll Be There. Wayward Son, I'll Be There. Cause that's a lot of bum 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 oh 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 oh. Yeah, that's all that song is. They be hard to remember. Not really. Again, it's format. So like, even some of the ballads, you know, like, okay, what's something that we played at Southern that's all about format, but like each line like changes a little bit, but it changes in like measure 7 and 8 of the line, you know, but the first 6 is repeating. Something like Rock the Boat, right? Something like Rock the Boat, I specifically remember the crab class that we had last year. Them niggas, except DJ. Shout out my nigga DJ, because me and DJ was like this when it comes to the memory. Because like he felt challenged by like you know, me memorizing as fast as I did. It really like pushed him, and he was really trying to keep up with me when it comes to it. And I really, that's really when I started to fuck with that nigga, because like he took everything as a challenge. But this song is just all format. The first like 4 line, okay. Every like 2 measures gets grouped together. So like sometimes this measure 2 and then measure 12 will be the exact same, right? But measures like measure 2 and 3 and measure 12 and 13 will be the exact same. But from measure 2, 4, 6, and 8 will be the same, but measure 5, 7, 9, and 12 and 11 won't be the same, if that makes sense. But for me, it's all the fucking same. it's all the damn same, except like So to answer your question, no, they're not hard to remember if you recognize pattern. Well, this is all the same. This is truly all the same. Oh yeah, pickups. Yeah, pickup. Niggas will like do the pickup shit, and it's like, man, it's a flow. I don't know. I also, and it's kind of what makes it easy for me to go from the band room to analyzing the band. Even in the band room, I was thinking from the perspective of how we fit in with the song. So it was easier for me to remember because I also have natural cues. I'm also listening for when you folks play this lead in, that's when I play this. You know? And I'm also counting. I don't know. It came memorization came relatively natural to me. But to answer the question of the hardest, I'll Be There and Wayward Son are up there. I have a fat tongue, so some fast articulation definitely challenged me. These is 2 songs we played and I hated it because we had moving parts the whole time. What you talking about? These are 2 songs? Or are you saying there are 2 songs that we played? I don't know. Whenever you done, can you react to Tennessee State SS Carson? Okay, bet. I got you. But yeah, something like this is like all format. So that's one phrase, or that's one part of the phrase. Remember the pickup. And then there was a 1-note pickup. And then pick up into the section where you're fucking slow stroking. Like, I don't know, that's how memory just goes for me. I meant there, but the songs are Wildflower and Till Now. Oh, Till the Cops Come. Hey, shout out. I played that too. But I didn't play Wildfire though. Yeah, Shame's not hard. Fiend's not hard. Side Piece is fucking Side Piece. Gangsta Lovin's not hard. Teen Spirit's not hard. Nothing But a G Thing's not hard. We didn't play a lot of hard shit my sophomore year. I'll be completely honest. Paris Tokyo's kind of hard because of pitch placement.
So why does the University of Tulsa attract the
that
most
tested my
National
pitch
Merit
placement a
Scholars
little
per
bit.
capita? Easy.
I don't have perfect pitch. Clearly, y'all have watched these streams. I don't have. We did Wildfire one tomorrow. Okay. You just gotta be a little bit exact when we were playing this. Oh, that's it. Yeah. And this was close to 2 years ago. Could still play it. Still remember every note. Still remember the tonguing. Still remember the specific articulation. Still with that. When it comes to memory, it just comes easier to me. But that phrase, this part tested my pitch placement more than like my memory or whatever. Because even that, it's the same shit. It's the same fucking shit. It's the same shit. There's nothing that we played that I won't say. Wait, hold on, let me not speak too fast. Nothing? Was there nothing? Is there nothing? Just in case I get home tonight. Da-da-dum-dum, da-da-dum-dum. Yeah, just in case. Ooh, Cuff It. Cuff It, playing on the move is one of them ones. Cuff It is one of the ones. Is it Cuff It? Again, pattern. Once you're in the groove, you're in the fucking groove. But some of that tonguing, like shit, man. This is the end of freshman year, setup story. Oh, roller coaster. I'll get into why this song is hard another day, but just know there's some shit that there's some fuck shit that ends up on that piece of paper sometimes, and then dealing with the fuck shit that's on that paper, and then trying to also match it up with some of the fuck shit that's in the minds of the directors. That sometimes be the hardest shit about these songs, and I call them project songs. Usually TSU will have them like 2 to 3 a year, like. You know, Pollard will have one, Simmons will have one, and Hunter will have one. Freshman year, it was Lingus, Roller Coaster, and I forgot what it was for Simmons. But we had fucking 3 of them my freshman year. Crazy. 100 plus freshmen. And we had 3 songs like this. This is the only format that fucked with me, because it didn't make no sense. I will always rock with TSU because Dr. Pollard taught me how to play trumpet. But Southern will always feel like where I'll go. And that's fair. I mean, to be honest, you're getting a lot of Southern-inspired education as well, so it'll fit in a little bit better. But, you know, you always want to play for a good band. You know? You always want to play for as close to the best band as you can get. And I'll leave it at that. Now you can't hear it in this. But I'm gonna lower the audio, the video audio for y'all, and I'm gonna sing the bass line like I've been doing. Or at least try to.
1, 2, ready?
That part, we were supposed to play synchronized with the rest of the band. I'm seeing these old haircuts. Oh my fucking god. Anywho, also, none of these niggas except Raheem are still in the mellow section. Anywho, we're supposed to play that unison with the rest of the band. But after like a week of just like trying to figure out what the fuck was on the paper and where it fit in with the rest of the band and with the rest of the song, niggas just gave up. They just told us not to play. They just told us not to play for that last measure. They just told us not to fucking play. Are you going to react to Jackson's new songs? I have an offline recording that will be edited very shortly. That will be up on the channel to Jackson's new songs. Thank you, Killboy. Right now, I got the question of what was the hardest song that I had to play at TSU. Now that I'm thinking about my trauma, it is now this. Fuck, I don't remember this bass line, and I don't want to remember. Let me see if I can listen for it. Da-dum. Like, I'm telling if I can find the sheet music, I'll show it next stream. This shit is something else. I'm gonna be like that Mexican guy when I grow up, just playing. Jesus fucking Christ! Shout out to my CVs, Chris and Alejandro. But yeah, this Wayward Son is probably. Yeah, this is up there, and then I'll Be There is up there, and we've already been through I'll Be There. All right. Don't forget I'm getting back to the union battle because I know time is of the essence. Let's get back and finish this battle out. All right. Back on Virginia Union. We are here. It is round 4 of the floor battle. Yes! The door. I love that fucking attack. It's like a refined version of what Carver was doing. I love that attack. No. Yes. Good support mellows. But I can't take this pain no more. How'd they pass off that phrase? Nah. Yeah, these niggas got it. I love this. I'm loving these arrangements. And it's continuous. It's a continuous flow. All right. Oh, you saying turn the fuck up? Yeah. The only part that I don't like is that ending just being block chords. That's very anticlimactic. Loud, but anticlimactic. 2.5. I like literally every other decision in that arrangement. I think they played it before. Did they not play it earlier in the year in that 4-way that they were in? Drug test everybody. Yeah, hey. They got old man strength. It ain't drugs. It ain't drugs. It's ours. Ooh. Okay. I wanna give this opening some respect. They're attempting to yin-yang, though. Good shit, trumpets. Ah, come on. Don't lose energy. Give UFO something to do. Some distinct counter melody. Come on, tubas. Ah, yeah, you folks messed up that damn chord. They be so damn close. They be so damn close, man. Tubas don't need to be split all the damn time. We get it. We fucking get it. You have 12 tubas. Congratulations. Round of applause. Guys, they want us to know they have 12, 13 tubas. Guys, don't you see? Don't you see they have 13 tubas, guys? They have them. I don't give a fuck. Shit. Between the splits and the lack of utilization of UFOs within distinct, definitive counter melodies where they're actually having weight and provide a counterbalance to the rest of the sound of the band, or they're playing actual support and not just unison in like an octave lower, to where it just muddies the sound because they're in the same register as trombones who are also playing a moving part for some reason. Like, oh, shit, man. And I actually really liked that for like a good half of that. Like, that's why it's getting 1.5. But like, damn, bro. Damn, it's just like some really frustrating decisions. Band director gotta be a tuba player. Gotta be. But even then, like, I don't know. Back to Virginia Union. Can't we talk? The craziest part is go to, but nothing of substance. Thank you, Soul Path. Thank you. Ah, watch the attack. Thomas didn't do that when he arranged for A&T. I don't know. Maybe they had more structure. Ooh, that's a great overtone accent. That's a great. Oh my god. I am tired of this song. This is 4x4 before 4x4. I do commend him for. I mean, a lot of these songs are rearrangements of classics, and to define a style or consistency in a band in terms of set style, set teaching style, that is a good way to do that. So, but I do think, like, for Can We Talk specifically, like, we've peaked with this song of what can be done with it. So. And I do think that is their worst song that they've played on the floor so far. Is it a 1.5 or a 2? 1.5 or 2? I still think it's a 2, but I think it is the worst song that they've played since they've been on the floor. But yeah, we've peaked with what we can see done with Can We Talk. All right, color guard feature. Good stuff, trumpets. I mean, good articulation and styling. Tubas, calm down, calm down. Tubas. Good tonguing. I just hate that part in the song. Good call and response. Ah, trumpets. I think that was too short. What was that? That wasn't even 2 minutes? Yeah, I think that was just too short. They got 13 deep for the first time in history and turned into cavemen. Hey, that shit funny because he not fucking lying. I couldn't tell you the last time Howard looked this deep. Tuba wise. Howard always has some solid tubas, and they don't sound bad. They sound solid. They have a good tone. Like I really, but they're just doing too much. They're just doing too fucking much. I don't fucking know. Shit, 1.5. Trumpets, yeah, no, the trumpets were going absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, that's a 1 actually. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me about the trumpets because the trumpets sound horrible. All right, let's Shit, is this the last round? I think this is the last round for Virginia Union at the very least. Oh, wait. Maybe? They huddled up and did something. Maybe they said a prayer. I'm FREE. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good closer. This is a really good closer. Oh, they did drop it. The song that put them on the map, yeah. I will say they have surpassed it. They have surpassed it now. Ain't dude from TSU. Yeah, Kelvin over there. My assistant section leader. And roommate. Shout out to them. That's a solid 2. That's a solid 2. Percussion is making shit impossible to hear in the weeds for him. I forgot this was live. I tried to skip it. They're not bad. Percussion is just kind of making it impossible to hear anything. Yeah, I'll need to hear it again. 1.5. You're fine. Okay. So, adding up, and then they're just gonna, they're gonna come to the middle?
Explore handpicked hotels.
I just want to see what they come to the middle of the floor. That's really all I want to see, the whole battle. What do they do? Do they kiss? Are they saying good game? What did they do? What did they do? What did they were they dapping each other up? That's what they were doing? That's what they were doing? They kind of both bands. Let me add up while Hampton does whatever they're about to do for like a minute and a half. Why the fuck didn't they play this? Why didn't they play this shit? Y'all know how we feel about I Love Her. Y'all know how we feel about that shit. That would be an automatic 1.5 at least. That would be an automatic 1.5 at least. Why didn't they fucking play this in the fucking battle? I'm mad now. Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad. Niggas just pissed me off. And they actually damn fucking used layering. They actually used fucking layering. They actually used layering with their upper brass. The one time they do that shit, it's on a song that's not even in the damn battle. Only trombone break you niggas had, you decided to call off after the I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. Why did they do this? A song that they I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. Why did they just do that? Why did they just do that? Why did they just do that, bro? Ugh. Folks come outside for the first time overly excited just to do shit like this. Hey, look at dude in the back in the blue shirt next to the ladder. Wait, who? Hold on. Next to the ladder? You talking about dude in the red shirt? Oh, you say in the blue shirt in the bag. I will say that last passage was crazy busy for no fucking reason. Yeah, no tuba splits. Just the trombone, bro. Like niggas just avoided conventional wisdom writing these songs for like 10 rounds and then wrote like oh my god, I'm mad. I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed. Who are you talking about? You said in the back next to the ladder. The ladder's in the front though. Unless you're talking about wide neck over here. Are you talking about wide neck next to the lady in the crew shirt? My bad, dog. I just don't know your name, and I need an easy descriptor. My bad. My bad. That's disrespectful. Was that who you're referring to? And my cursor's not on the screen, so it's hard for me to showcase and indicate. But also, like, you have a wide neck. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I have no neck, so there you go. I mean, that's the thing to make fun of. But is that who you talking about, Soul Path? The guy kind of looked like no neck J. You see, now y'all Joseph. I was trying to understand who he was talking about. Y'all Joseph. Nah, I'm not with y'all. Y'all on your own. I'm not with y'all. But bro, you see, now you niggas Joseph. You niggas Joseph. You give them an inch, they go take a mile. You see, look. Yes, Virginia Union won that shit 18.5 to 11. Hampton, stop doing extra shit and use your best sections, please, and utilize the sections that just produce sound right for your UFOs and trumpets. Like, please do that. And I get you're happy to have tubas, but so is every other band. So stop it. That's that. We do have to move. What's it called? I'm gonna skip the symphonic shit with Jackson. We'll talk about that next band because it'll just devolve into another conversation of, oh my god, Jackson's doing everything right and no one else is. So we'll save that for next week. The thing that I want to get to, because we do have another hour and a half long battle to get to. But the thing that we have to do before that, let me make sure. Yeah, that is the thing that we have to do before that. The thing that we have to do before that is Southern versus Southern. Now, Southern versus Southern isn't going to be as long as Virginia Union versus Hampton. I'll let y'all know that right now. It's not going to be that long. I want to say it's about 7 rounds. Yeah, 7 rounds. But some of those, like, you know, these are songs that ideally we've all heard before. So it'll be some of that going on. But let me I'm setting up the score sheet right now. And I gotta record, so we have to get into video mode. Stop it. Stop what? Stop what, bro? Stop what? I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't do not a thing wrong. But all right, let me get into video mode. So, we will have chat on the screen. I'll take off the cash app stuff. Actually, no, we're on stream. So, yeah, entice them to come into the stream. All right. Let's get ready, chat. Let's get ready. Let's get our game day faces on. All right. We are doing 2024 Southern versus 2014 Southern. For those who don't know, 2014 Southern is a changing of the guard. That is the first year of the new regime. Well, I mean, shit, I'll say this in the video too, but that was Simmons and what's his name? What's his fucking name? Oh my god. It was Hamer's first year's head band director. And oh my God, who's the current head at Southern? I'm blanking on his name. So many names are in my head. So many names are in my head. Taylor's first year on staff as well. All right. Let me start recording. Bet. All right. Say hello to, I mean, we're already on YouTube, but say hello to the video watchers. All right. What's good, y'all? We are back here on another channel and back on stream as we are recording this live on YouTube in the most previous weekly repertoire, or maybe 2 weekly repertoires from the time that this actually comes out. And today, as you can tell by the title, we are getting into another what if battle. This time between Southern University and Southern University, but a decade apart. Staffs are completely different. Rosters are completely different. Styles of music, repertoires, completely different eras of band, pre-COVID, post-COVID, during Hamer, post-Hamer, right? Completely different regimes. And we're here to see whether the Juke still got the juice. All right. So there, of course, there's been a lot of comparison. There's been a lot of talk about Southern losing their style, right? And I want to put it to the test. Has Southern truly just changed, sonically, instrumentation-wise, potentially style-wise? Or are there things inherent to the Juke formula that have changed within the past decade that we can point and look at here and say, I want this back? Let's get into it and find out. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is how I get away with starting this, and y'all still don't know what we in for. Y'all don't know what's in this playlist. Y'all don't know. All right, let's get to it. Round 1. Do we all have our score sheets out? This is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one, Chad. I mean, it's the same band. It should just be a tie every round, right? This isn't making a video. I'm cutting this out. Hell. I'm letting y'all know. Hey, it should not a wash, but just be ready. All right, be ready. If you wear the S on your chest, it's not gonna be slander, we gonna discover some potentially ugly truths for y'all tonight. Let's get to it. Round 1, 2024 is the away team because the old guys get home court advantage, home field advantage. So you got to give it to the newbies, got to give it to the young ones. And for round 1, let's get it. Let's go. Now, of course, just like with any and all what if battles, I try to put myself in the perspective of the band directors. Of course, I'm not in this band, so I'm going off of just precedent. As someone who is here in person, right? I'll be honest. There's a level of intensity that the video definitely misses out on. But I also will say, and specifically for tubas, the thing about Southern's tubas is that they never look like they're playing at the same time together. I don't know what it is, just with their movement. It's off-putting to me. But one thing the recording does get right is some of the over-reliance on UFOs in terms of that overall sound. Hey, amen, amen, amen. Everybody saying it in the chat. First off, that tuba line is way too busy. Line is super overly written, right? Like it does not need to be. You're right. Like an ADHD diagnosis is necessary for that too, because Jesus, just simplify it just for the sake of breath. And yeah, hearing Southern without a wall of bones is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I already know 2014 tubas ain't touching 2024. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna do it after this battle and before the high school battle. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I didn't forget. Don't worry. Actually, should I pin? Yeah, I'll pin. Just as a reminder. All right, but that is 2024, and I guess I'll give. We'll start out with a 1.5. You know, it's not simple crank, but there's some balance issues for sure. There's some mixing the weed issues, some dexterity issues, if you will. You know. All right, and let's see. Let's do a blind to 2014.
Let's sweat more. And sweat can irritate.
Yeah, it's probably the craziest part in history. Yeah, tubas wise, yeah. All right. (2014). Oh, in 2014, starting with tempo issues. Everybody gets one. Into a classic. I wonder what it was like in 2014 to have listened to Southern for so many years and seasons and songs and come out 2014, not game one per se, but like this fresh blood. You know, you might have some reservations. Oh shit, there's this recent graduate who's now on staff and shit. And like, but he refreshes the band with this rendition of a classic with New Orleans bounce, and it sounds like heaven. Not perfect though. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. But it's damn close. 2.5. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Only thing that keeps that shit from being like a 3, in my opinion, it's like 2 parts to the song. You know. It sounds heavenly. It sounds like Jesus walking on water, but like there's 2 parts to the damn song. Like I don't know what to tell you. There's 2 parts and then there's tags. That's it. Yeah. My bad. My bad. I was breathing wrong. I was breathing wrong. My bad. But yeah, that's the opening round. 2014, defending home field advantage. Let's see what the newbies got to respond with. Damn, the ads are gonna ruin the element of surprise that I was trying to bake in. All right, into 2024. Southern's best game really was versus TSU. Damn. Playing some Kansas as a response. Stay in time. Is this arrangement? No, this is Kansas. The Pinnacle by Kansas. Southern sounds amazing in Mezzo Forte. Aside from slipping off that trumpet sounded amazing. I just need them to put a little bit more air to keep the pick from bending. Good tension in that last chord. Trombone thing a little bit too much. Just do it all together. Good job, trumpets. And that was a good job, trombones as well. In lower register. I just kind of wanted y'all to give more support. The worst part about this about this song, is tempo, and then, in my opinion, UFO phrasing and lack thereof, especially when dealing with mezzo forte, a lot of connected phrases and syllables, and just like parts that really rely on just a lot of togetherness, you know? From beginning to end when it comes to them trumpets, and they just didn't have it at a well enough level. So despite, you know, some of the expertise that tubas and trumpets showcased, Mello's just kind of being whatever for most of it. UFO's being bad for a lot of it. Trombones being average. I still give it like a, and then just that ending in general, just attacks, releases, just all over the place. Especially to try and shift the tide of the battle. Once again, I know I put this together, but you know, I'm still grading it like a battle. 1.5, 2, 1.5, 2. I don't think I give it a 2. Well, no, I don't think it was bad enough. Gets a 2. There weren't enough bad elements to drag it down to a 1.5. But yeah, let's see what 14 got.
You found a place of complete focus.
Ooh. This is a classic that Mr. Taylor wrote that I don't hear enough people talk about, that I've fallen in love with recently. Trombones still make up for lack of numbers with just that sheer come on, Mellows. I really love that song. I will say that the back half of it does unwind some things, but I still think it settles at like a more than a 2. More than a 2. The elements of that, the way it's written is like definitely like 2.5. Probably 2 though. Probably two. Yeah, Will Spade. Yeah, probably two. I really love that arrangement, and some of the call and response just in upper brass. Come on. That shit's heaven sent. That shit is beautiful. All right, 2024. What you got? SZA needs to file a restraining order on Southern Dog. Yo. Oh my god, bro. I don't think it's bad. I don't think this is bad. But yeah. Collins has been eating from that scissor bag for a while. Have it echo throughout the band. Good. Re-entrance mellows. Now I'm quiet about that song because we've talked about that here on stream quite a few times. I remember one stream that we had when I think they first played it, and we came in and looked to see how much merit of this, because it went viral, how much merit is this on this being like not only one of the best songs that they've played of the year, but just, you know, Jesus Christ, my bad. But not only one of the best songs that they played of the year, but also just one of the best songs of the year, you know, a really great arrangement in a vacuum. Or is it just oh my God, a band played this top 5, top 10 song, you know, that's on the Billboard right now. One song that's kind of like that in history is something like Hello. You know, Hello ended up being played amazing, especially at the Bayou Classic in 2015. But aside from the level of that band, yeah, I'm about to drink some water. Aside from the level of that band just elevating that song, the arrangement itself is relatively whatever. Now, this song specifically, Saturn, I think does a little bit more than just, oh my God, they played the song. But do I still think it is a great song or a great arrangement? And add that with some execution issues just in terms of really like supporting Jesus. Really just in terms of supporting and sustaining sound throughout an entire melody or an entire counter melody or an entire phrase, specifically between UFOs. I think there's some consistency in air and in breath and just throughout the section, consistency in sound. As well as the mellow section quite a bit. Trombones did a really good job in that. Trumpets did an amazing job in that. I feel like there was probably some room for a woodwind feature, to be honest with you, as well. Tubas, you know, there's not really much presence in that song as well. But that does get a 2. All right. Hey, I'm about to drink some water. Jesus Christ. Usually I can go most of the stream without drinking water. But, I mean, maybe that's not a good thing. Change the habits. Don't adapt to them. All right. But that gets a 2 for round 3. It gets a 2 for round 3 for 2024. And now we return to the past for 2014. This is Hamer's one song in this battle. Purple Rain. Good shit, Williams. What a layer that mellows are given. What a wall, just a bounce of a wall that trombones provide. That's why even when people were, when the chat was saying that like the tubas is a wash, yes, technically, but in the way that things were just being written in 14 for Southern, I still think that this section is more than serviceable. Now this song is also very complicated for me because the first part of this is repetitive as fuck. Repetitive as fuck with just that UFO, but that's okay. That's okay. Now I'm not excusing it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, very similarly to what I said for last round for them. Or, no, what was that? That was the first round for them. This song is like 2 parts. For real. 3 parts, I guess you could say. Verse, main melody, end. But it's still fucking heavenly. Like, oh my god. And tubas rock that bass line. Trombones, like, unload on to those block chords, into those jumping chords and whatnot. The way that those 3 fucking sections are layered within each other between trumpets, mellows, and UFOs is just amazing. And each one of them, every single person in those sections is pushing with all their might. They tubas could have been the worst in HBCU band. Arrangements from this era still creative, plus timeless as fuck with execution to match. Absolutely. I'ma still give this a 3. No cap. Wolfsbane is right. I'm still giving this a 3 because, like, considering what Purple Rain is, like the song itself or whatnot, that ending does elevate it as much as you want to say that the first part or that the verse just keeps it simple to a fault, you know? So I do think that that's made up for within the arrangement as well. That does get a 3. Simple, effective. That shit. Like, I don't know what to say. Back to the present. We go in 2024. All right. Collins is getting... Actually, maybe Collins is higher on my best arrangers of the year list than I thought. Why Kyle's mouth always open when he conducts? He's passionate, bro. He's passionate. He's in the moment. I just hate that part of the song. Good shot, good shit trombones, amazing styling. Yeah, speaking of repetitive parts, yeah, it is this song. I will say that for this song being as repetitive as it is, trumpets do as best of a job as they can to elevate to a level to where you think that it is something different. To where it feels like something different. Now, that doesn't stop it from still being the damn same song. Just played again. Okay? Okay, don't get me wrong. But the second half of that, I will and have given them credit for the fact that it does feel different enough. Not for the score, though. That shit is still like a 2. 2, maybe 2.5. No, it can't be a 2.5. Shit is too much of the same. It's too much of the same. And that fucking middle part, you can't do nothing to fucking change it unless you just change the damn song. And they're not going to do that. So, 2. And what does 14 respond with? We go to Mr. Taylor. 1, 2, ready. Can you stand the rain? Y'all hear that trombone section? and how those mellows and UFOs can fade in and out the background at will. And y'all can say what y'all want about that tuba section, but they gon' damn tongue. Yeah, I've never ever liked that ending. I wanted to go on record. I've never liked that ending. That gets a 2, and I think it's probably the weakest song that they have in their repertoire in this battle. Can You Stand the Rain sounds good. It still sounds good, but I think that there are parts to just how Mr. Taylor writes that exposes some of the weaknesses in the band that year. As amazing as they can style between UFOs and trombones, some of those numbers do present themselves. Some of the tempo, and that has nothing to do with how he writes or how he directs, but tempo issues also are the detriment of that. Some of the repetitiveness in how tubas were just bouncing around that appreciate or scale, as well as a lot of just mellow, weird, odd fits into whatever was being played in a given phrase or whatnot. Whether it was timing, whether it was how it was fitting into the existing chord that the rest of the band was playing on, just some ill-fitting moments in that song for sure. And I think without rose-tinted glasses, we can, like Wolfsbane said, yeah, it's a 2. It's a 2.
There's some big threat out there.
Oh, when does Thunderbolts come out? Because this
Gonna help me stop it.
But you have the wrong people. We have all.
May 2nd. Okay. I actually do want to watch this. This looks like a movie with some style. Y'all don't know the film side of me, but I'm a big film/media buff. All right, back to the present with another Mr. Taylor piece. These niggas really just played all their best songs at TSU. That's crazy, by the way, just in hindsight. I love this song. Come on, UFOs, don't be as thin, man. Yeah, I love this. If they had better phrasing from their UFOs, if they had better air support from those UFOs, that stagger part would age so nicely. So amazingly. And you'll hear how it stacks on top of each other a little. Like, we already heard the part, but we'll hear it a little bit more in this back half too. That's how it's supposed to stack. That's how it's supposed to. I really like that damn song. And it is a good UFO section away from being a 2.5 or a 3. But they don't have that, so it's a 2. Actually, no. No, I'll give it a 2.5. I'll give it a 2.5. Fuck, I'm giving it a 2.5. I'm giving it to. I like enough elements of this song for it to be a 2.5. You think SU new tubas could fit the style of old Southern? No, because I don't think the emphasis is there as much on like new Southern's bass lines are busy for a different reason that the old Southern bass lines were busy. Old Southern bass lines used to be busy because of styling and like articulate and emphasis on like articulation because of fitting the groove or style. I don't see many times where that's the case for current Southern. Like look at Backstabbers. Like oh 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 oh. Do I think they can do it? Hell yeah, they do. I'm sure they played Backstabbers this year, but like, it's not gonna have that peppy feel. It's not gonna have that fucking bounce feel. It's not gonna have that second line feel. No, it's hell no, it's not. Hell no, it's not. Among other things. Basically, what you're asking me is, do I think that new Southern tubas could play Simmons' bass lines? And the answer is no. They could play Hamer shit, because, I mean, basically every band plays Hamer shit, to be honest with you. Taylor writes the same as he did a decade ago. Tuba parts he does. Do I think they could play Simmons shit? No. Fuck no. No. Not how Simmons was riding for Southern. Not how Simmons was riding for Southern. I think that power, like, I think that Southern's new tubas are fit for, like, power and onward. Or, not even power and onward. I could go before. I could go when Simmons was still there. 2019 and onward. 2019 and onward. But that's a completely different, like, era for Southern. That's like dark Southern. Like, not to sound like edgy or nothing, but like everything about Southern in 2019 sounded dark, was played dark. That shit is menacing. When they adapted the navy blue shit, the navy blue fucking windsuits and shit, Port City, that shit was dark. Those bass lines were dark. Ed brought a new like heaviness in tone to the section, and that does not fit with the jovial, light pricking bass sounding bass lines that they had in like 2014 through 17, basically. Right? That's a brighter sound. That's a brighter section. 2024 TUBA. Yeah, they would smash Beyond. Yeah, they would play the fuck out like something like Beyond. Yeah. But I don't think they would play Boot Up like that well. Or Love Song. I don't think they would play Love Song that well. Da 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 ba-dum bum ba ba bum. Like, nah. That's like bass sounding bass lines, you know? I don't think 2024 Tubas is doing that, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's naive of me. I mean, can they play the part? Yes. Do I think they played as well? Hell no. No. But also, I don't know. Put 14 and 15 on all brass. Maybe they don't fucking do it. Who knows? All brass, new cons. I don't know. Maybe that's the cons effect. Maybe that's the all brass effect. Who knows? Back to 14. Dark Horse, but that's a power. Yeah, yeah. They'll play power tunes. All right, back to 14. This from Boombox. Aside from Backstabbers, this is Simmons's coming out party in 14. Where I want to be. Where I wanna be. No cap, bro. I want to get that shit a 3 so bad. Just the way that them niggas sing that shit. Nigga, what? Just the sheer just laying into a phrase. That's some shit that like we don't see that shit no more. Cause like Jackson's at the top of the game right now. Their arrangements are a little bit more square, you know, a little bit more orderly. They don't do as much unison in Euphoria like that. My bad. They don't do as much unison in Euphoria like that. So like we don't get to see like just that a full just like trumpet mellow UFO section just unload just or even that nigga, just a full, just like 40, 50 people just all just singing that shit. Just lay, like, no one's doing that right now. And that is like, as impure as it might be in terms of, you know, a little bit less busy, right? And mind you, there's like two parts to this song. Once again, this is, you know, we're dealing with this. As you can tell, it's something that no matter the version of Southern deals with. But that's a level of just like writing that it like has kind of been lost, partially because of its simplicity, but and part of it because of its messiness. And you know, you need the players to pull it off. But god damn it, when it's done right, it's that shit. Now it's still getting a 2.5 because there's, once again, there's like two parts to the song. But shit, man, shit, that just like, just unloading of sound, just sheer, just like, man. And okay, this isn't gonna go in the video. I'm gonna replay that shit. Like, fuck, bro. That's just like 50, 60 niggas just playing one line at you. Who gonna stop that? Like, oh, fuck. Scuba da dee da. Oh, shit. All right. Let's go to the next one. 2024. It's on you. What you got? Oh, you have a credit card for some reason. Trying to buy me. Oh. All right. And now we make it to a Todd song. I do think that this is probably a quintessential Southern song in the modern day. This is like the average song for modern Southern sounds like this in my opinion. Or it has all the elements of busy, scaling, bouncing between an octave, tuba part, a lot of UFO reliance, both you know, carrying melody throughout, trombone break. We'll see the other element that it has of some commonality in terms of Todd and his writing. Right here. That chromatic walk down. What's good, Trey? What's good? We recording old Southern versus new Southern. Tuba chords as well. Yeah, relayers, UFOs like 2 to 3 different times within the same phrase. Yeah. Quintessential Southern. Quintessential Southern. 2.5, to be honest with you, because it does have a high level of not just effectiveness. What am I saying? Oh my god. Execution. There we go. They executed that shit. They did that shit. No cap. So, and that's all the elements that make them good, and that, you know, that their songs usually consist of at a really high level. So, shout out to that. 2.5. 2.5 for 2024. Back to the past we go. How fitting. How fitting, how just a tuba groove, continuous sound with upper brass, with amazing interplay between upper brass and UFOs, screamers galore, amazing aggression from those B-tones, an amazing wall of sound, good tonguing from tubas. Like, it's a nobody truly does it better. Like, I don't know. Three. They can't play that shit at the same level, Trey. I'm sorry. I'll get to that in a second, Chris. I just don't think things need to be this busy. And you're overtaxing. 2, execution is still there for everything that's on the page. Everything they play sounds like a theme song. What does anyone do? What does anyone do versus this? This was their first year on staff. This was the first year on staff. Every song they play like it's a finisher. Every song they play like it's their theme song. Like it's their last. Like it's their most important notes. And then we arrive at like one of the greatest finishers of all time. Three. Oh my God. Okay, well, first off, let me reply to Chris. We didn't try to crank that shit on them. No. We did not try to crank Nobody Does It Better on them. We did that shit. We did that shit. We did. I barely watched this. Like, I, not gonna lie, like, if there's one band moment that niggas would think that I would, like, rewatch that, like, I was a part of, niggas would guess this one, but I don't rewatch this. Like, first off, all the footage of this is, like, kind of bad. Because it was Like, it was unplanned to the naked eye.
Smash time is in the building.
Now, I do think he gave Smash Time the heads up, I believe. I do miss those old uniforms, I will say. I miss those old uniforms. Them bitches stank, but I miss how they look. Like, we did this shit. Y'all are gonna hate me. And actually, let me pause the recording. Oh yeah, them uniforms was hot as fuck. I'm not saying level. I'm not saying level of band, like the grade that the band gets, right? You see Michael in this clip? You see everybody in this clip. You dick ride. You see me in this clip. You see Christian. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Willie. Shout out to Willie, my fucking CB. I hope you doing well wherever the fuck you are. Probably in Shreveport. There's DeAndre. Yeah, and this is usually where I stop watching because we fucked up on the field. And they played this shit like this was messy. Like, this was so messy. This whole time we were just driving downfield. He just told us just to just march to the end zone because he knew that they were gonna play something back. So like we just planned for it. We just swept the field. That's all we did. Does he even show us for the rest of this shit? No, because I guess they played. This was so messy. But I don't reminisce over this. I don't. This was a great moment, just in band history, just in general. But I don't reminisce over it, like, at all. But we did. Like, we played the fuck out of that shit. But what I was saying was, not level of band, but instrumentation, aggressiveness, and I believe just like, similar tool set, right? I do think that 22 band that we had is the closest thing to 2014 Southern. How do we feel? Am I tripping? In terms of how aggressive we played, in terms of the similar level of instrumentation, like best sections or whatnot, probably the biggest difference, the biggest downgrade, the biggest like, oh, this strength doesn't align with this strength is like mellows, right? 22, our mellows had like moments, but they weren't consistently there. And then trombones, right? We didn't have a deep trombone section. We didn't have the greatest trombone section. But I think that like when you do watch, right, 2022 Labor Day Classic, when you do watch this and you listen to some of these songs that we're playing, like some of these songs, this is like the closest that we're gonna get to something that sounds like a 2014 Southern again. What band moment do I think about then? This. I think about this. And I think about Alcornness of 22. My freshman year, my two favorite moments is going into PV and shutting them the fuck up. And then going into Alcorn and shutting them the fuck up. Both of those games are like movies to me. They play like movies in my fucking mind. Playing I'll Be There and then Georgie Porgy back to back and then sending them home on For Fun. And then in the zero quarter coming in there, it raining, we leave, we do a roundabout, we come back, crank on them as they come back into their own stadium. That's a fucking movie in my mind. Going to Alcorn, standing at attention, for the field show while they do all their homecoming shit and then crank on them for their homecoming while their homecoming can't speak English. That's a fucking movie in my mind. Playing Chronometrophobia in they fucking face. It's a movie in my mind. Playing it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. Playing that shit. That's a movie in my mind. Those are my favorite band moments. Those are the band moments I think about from my freshman year. From my sophomore year, Gremlin, running the gambit on Gremlin, cranking on them niggas was fun. Playing Bigger Than Everything at Southern, that was fun. Basically us versus the announcer. It really wasn't us versus their band. Like, it was us versus the announcer over there. And that's really it. That's really it. Notice all my favorite moments are on the road. I fucking hate playing at home. I hated playing at home. I hated that shit so fucking much. That shit was god awful. So just the Alcorn game. The Alcorn game in general was like, it's probably like my favorite moment, my favorite game, my favorite like performance from being in the band. That shit is like a movie, nigga. That shit is like a movie. But also like, and actually I'll go to that Alcorn game. 2022 TSU versus Alcorn. We're not going to get to that high school battle, by the way. I'm going to say that for next time. Yeah, the whole Alcorn game was fucking cinema. Let's Pray. Playing Let's Pray on them niggas? This shit is cinema. And this is also what I mean. Like, listen to this and then listen to what we just heard with 2014 Southern. And y'all tell me if I'm tripping a little bit. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Once again, like I said, probably the biggest thing is like mellows. Mellows just weren't there consistently. This was the first song of the fifth. Game is over. We win. Alma mater, quick. Football team comes over. We pump this shit. And this was also like their high school day. They had high schoolers that they invited there, and this was my first game at the top, so they're behind me, just like hearing us just like send shit, or in the end zone, just like getting a full grasp of just sending shit to them niggas. Like, nah, yeah, this angle is where they were. This is where they fucking were. And then we play like Chronometrophobia. Chronometrophobia was a movie in itself. This shit is a movie. What's the cost of living? I take what I've been given. Past the salvation. I remember being in the bedroom just looking down the line during this part. Everyone was like, "You finna smack it? Yeah, you finna smack it? Bet." The breakdown. And that's all without fucking Forgot About Dre? That's all without Back End? Nigga, we played FNF mid game. Like, this shit was a movie. This shit was a movie, bro. This shit was a movie. That's the thing. I don't even think this is the best battle of the year because I just think we whooped them. I just think we beat they fucking ass. Yeah, I just think we beat they fucking ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, let me get the end of this. Well, let me get these scores actually, and then get the end of this Southern video. So then we could watch Tennessee State, and then I'll reschedule the high school battle to next week. Scores. And actually, I had more songs here, but I didn't want to make the video as long as the last What If video. And I also didn't want to make it as much of a slaughter as it really is, because I didn't even play We Are One for 2014 Southern, by the way.
Universal Technical Institute and learn this.
But also, let me put the poll in chat, and y'all can tell me if I'm tripping. The question is 22 TSU the closest we've seen to 2014 Southern? And mind you, I'm not talking about like, oh my God, if 2014 Southern's a 99, I'm saying that the 22 Texas Southern is a 98. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying similarity score. So like, weakness for weakness, strength for strength, the effect of so many songs sounding like a theme song or sounding like just straight pressure or sounding so euphoric, etc. That's what I'm talking about. For the people still in chat, let me know. Vote on that poll. Vote on that poll while I added these scores. We Yeah. All right. Let me unpause the recording and go full screen. Alrighty then. All right. So with the combination of the battle, we have the final scores. That being 2014 Southern with 18.5 and 2024 Southern with 14. Did I do that right? Oh no, I did that backwards. Jesus, hold on. My bad. Redo. All right, with the culmination of the battle, we have our final scores with 2014 Southern resulting in 18, a total score of 18, and 2024 Southern having 14.5. Not the widest gap, right? For those of you who thought that it was going to be, just this bloodbath. No, it didn't end up being that. It's not that. It's not that big of a difference. But there's a difference in sound. There's a difference in sound. There's a difference in intensity, right? And part of that, a lot of that you could, chalk up to the different eras that we're in, right? We're not in the era of, potential overblowing, overcompensating. We're in definitely a more subdued era. Southern is definitely in a more subdued era specifically as well of band. A lot of the tactics and a lot of the styles that were developed and being showcased in 2014 with them, a lot had to do with, of course, the person at the head of the band, or in front of the band in a lot of those songs, and for a lot of those songs was Simmons, and he's not there anymore. So of course, whether it's some of the New Orleans styling, whether it's bounce or swing, that he would add to something like Backstabbers just wasn't there, right? Some of the euphoric moments or manipulation of entropy that he would introduce in something like Where I Want to Be, right? So, you know, that type of style, although similar to how someone like Collins now writes on staff, is still far and beyond, you know, not as much as how Simmons employs in his writing. And so because of that, a lot of those, you know, just overly like euphoric sounding parts or phrases of songs just are, you know, missing. And once again, it's a difference in the era that we're in marching band, and in the types of songs that are being arranged and the songs that are being arranged. For me, probably the biggest takeaway between the two eras is not only the difference in, you know, the how Simmons' sound affects the band or doesn't affect the band, but is also kind of detailing how busy and how differently busy the tuba parts are from the eras. You can definitely see, you know, some Jackson influence, I'm not gonna lie, between the chorded parts, a lot of chromatic runs in Present Southern, you know, just a lot of power ballading, but not in the essence of creating the same level of impact or intensity that even 2014 created, but just in terms of really just busyness, really just, you know, these different sections playing loud at the same time, right? But not necessarily playing powerful at the same time. Not really creating what you can from a very tight, compact sound that 2014 had, whether because of its instrumentation or because of styles that the specific sections and players were employing. Of course, you know, you had a lot of those people playing on baritones, the tubas were half and halves, right? And, you know, it wasn't an era where mellow players were really just, well, actually, I can't even say that. I was gonna say it wasn't an era where mellow players were like people who just didn't want to play trumpet, but I don't know that to be so. I don't know that to be so. So I'm not gonna speak on that. But there are definitely differences in play, differences in style of play that have adapted or changed over time, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. In terms of the loss, do I think it's indicative of saying that Southern fell off? No. Now, do I also think that that statement is not true? I don't know. To be honest with you, I wouldn't say that they've fallen off, but are they still the same dominant program? Nowhere near. For a multitude of reasons. But this was a fun thought experiment. If you have more suggestions on what bands to do in the future, specific years, specific bands, specific era, leave it down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Join the weekly repertoire. Join the streams. Tap in. We have a lot of fun here. We're in approaching hour 4 right now on a weekday, so it's a little bit dead right now, but come bring some liveliness to the streams. I appreciate everyone for watching. More consistent content is on the way. Leave a like. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day. Peace and crank up. And that is the video. It is almost midnight my time. We are gonna do one more thing. I will say, based off the poll, 2022 Texas Southern is not the closest thing we've seen in 2014. Okay, y'all saying I'm tripping. All right, y'all called me a dumbass. I understand it. I get it. Let me see. SS Carson. I thought you had spelled something else. What's it called? Yow earlier. I thought it was different. Oh, I have seen this. Okay.
You want high performance, long lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools.
All right. I don't remember watching this. Why are niggas doing this? Why are niggas doing this? I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I would love to see Tennessee State play this mid-season. Stop playing with them damn lights. Oh my god. I would love to see Tennessee State come out with this type of aggression mid-season though. Yes, bro. Bro, like, yeah. All song is crazy. And these cameras are trying to adjust. They're really trying to adjust. Yo. Niggas have to give an epilepsy warning for this. I would love to see Tennessee State play something like this mid-season, because I do think this is y'all style. There go the code. Oh my god! It's just for the recording. The thing I need Tennessee State to get more of is mellows. Mellows. Y'all need mellows. Rather than that shit real solid. That shit real solid, nigga. This has been a stream and a half. Did we get to everything on the docket? Hell no. Hell no. But when do we ever? Next stream. Next stream will be next week. Like I said, and we are still planning on doing high school days and spring game clips. Not the Atlanta battle, because that will have not happened yet, and that is perfectly fine. Symphonic band convo, including a reaction to Jackson's clips. Expect a reaction to Jackson's basically spring album this week. That'll be edited and that'll be a video on the channel. And we will also get to the Craigmont battle. I'm not going to change the thumbnail, so it'll be in this thumbnail. But, you know, we trying to recruit, man. Hey, I respect it. I respect it. And I do hope. I wish good on all these bands. All of them. Literally all of them. I wish good for Hampton. I wish good for Valley. I wish good for Tennessee State, PV. Maybe not PV. I wish good. Let me stop. But, like, genuinely, like, there's enough niggas to go around. You know? There's enough bodies. There's enough high schoolers. There's enough players. There's enough, you know, whatever. First off, I don't wish good for any program that is genuinely not doing a service to kids. Now, the line for that is different for all of us. But if I feel like that there's a program that that comes to light that I feel like it's not doing their job in terms of adequately being selfless in preparing these students, my fellow students, for the real world, for being the best musicians that they can be, the best people, the best men and women that they can be, then yes, I will wish bad on that. I will wish bad on that program. Yes, that will be the day that I genuinely talk shit on a program, on a director, on whatever. Right now, I'm just talking about music. I'm just talking about band. But genuinely, every program, I hope niggas grow. I hope the niggas in this chat, in the next chat, I hope y'all get on the podium. I hope y'all get section leader positions. I hope niggas go perform for the whatever president's in office. Not gonna lie, if TSU administration wasn't so ass at managing funds, they could have cranked that SS on a swag band. I did forget. Yeah, that is why Tennessee State got fucking grounded for half the season. Cause niggas didn't want to give y'all fucking money. I did forget about that. Yeah. Yeah, I did forget. That is why y'all were grounded. Cause what couldn't y'all go to? Y'all couldn't go to something. Something specifically y'all couldn't go to. Y'all couldn't go to a lot of places, but y'all couldn't go to something specifically because of that. I'm trying to remember. That sucked. But that's on the school, not on the program. Y'all still doing y'all shit. Keep going. But I'm sinking. I sink. My chair sank. Howard's homecoming. Yep. Howard's homecoming. Because I was looking forward to that. Because that was going to be the first time I heard Howard. Or maybe second time I heard Howard. And that's why I don't have them on my power rankings. Because y'all didn't go. So I wasn't watching that shit. There's only I want to say 3 bands that we watched all season. 3 to 4 bands that we watched all season. No, maybe 5. 5. I'll say 5 bands that we watched all season where it was just them, no battle. We watched TSU. We watched Jackson. We watched Southern. And I'm talking about after the beginnings of the season. We watched Bethune because Bethune didn't do jack shit all fucking year, by the way. And I want to say that we watched maybe Miles. Maybe Miles. But that's it. So, no, I wasn't finna watch Howard by himself. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for this stream. Once again, next stream, we'll make up for the missing high school battle. I do want to and then we'll have some conversations about symphonic band, should summer bands do field shows, and then the other big clips will be spring game clips, high school bands, high school days, etc. So yeah, that's it for me. What's it called? I'm gonna send everybody to sleep on a LeBron song. Yeah, it's gonna be this one. Sorry, this shit's peak. Appreciate everybody for coming out to the stream. Leave a like, share within the community, share outside the community, right? Word of mouth. Appreciate everybody for the support. Literally would not be doing any of this shit without y'all. Genuinely. And I hope y'all have a good start to y'all week. They need to make an SGA song. Stop it. Amen said, fuck that shit. Y'all be easy.